Sip slow, sip slow, sip slow, sip slow, sip slow, sip slow.
Frank Lee, homie.
I'm only sipping it slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping it slow. Take a sip, I bet it get you right. And I only speak it if it's real, yeah. Only spill it if it's true, yeah. Everybody want the tea, so you already know the deal. I always sip slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping it slow. Only helping you grow. Tell you things that you need to hear, not only things you wanna know. Keeping you up on your current events. I swear the world's so cold. Talking about marriage and sports too. Man, you gotta catch the show. You better believe me. Like Alan T. Weezy, J. Martin, that JT, make it look easy. Whenever they speaking about any topic, if I spoke about it, I was really about it. Ain't no front, I was real about it. In my white cup, it got hit inside it. It's a message for everybody. Now we're only sipping it slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping it slow. Take a sip, I bet it gets you right. And I only speak it if it's real, yeah. Only spill it if it's true, yeah. Everybody want the tea, so you already know the deal. I always sip slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping it slow.
This is the Sip Slow podcast, where we help ourselves as well as others. Raw, real, and uncut. Audio work weekly. It's your boy, Mr. Money Don't Sleep. So T Weezy can't rest.
This your boy JT.
It's your boy Duke.
It's J-Dub, man. Appreciate y'all fellas.
J-Dub in the building. Man, what y'all boys sipping on tonight?
I'm on a little Hennessy and that's it.
Ooh, okay.
That handout.
Just a
Got a
little bit.
Boy, drink.
Got a nigga drinking brown. All right.
R.
Big boy
Kelly,
drink.
the chocolate factory. Hey, I'm on some water, man. Some water, man. I'm trying to cleanse, man.
I heard that. Trying to play it.
All right, this boy here, man. You know, I got a little whiskey in my cup too. A little whiskey and coke.
All right. I'm on this kombucha tea tonight, man. Little organic black tea. It's blueberry and ginger, so that's how we rocking tonight. Um, how was y'all? Well, Mo, man, what you just got that hen on the rocks, or you put a chaser with it? What you doing?
I got a little splash of Coke with it and that's it.
Okay.
That Negro throw.
Drinking it straight, he may be ready to whoop somebody after
Right.
this.
No doubt. What y'all get into this weekend? Or since we last talked?
Pretty much been the same thing, man. Same old, same old. Another day, another dollar. You know, same thing. Shout out to my boy Errol Spence, though, man. You know, shout out to Errol Spence. You know, that was one of the most exciting events of my weekend. But yeah, same old, same old.
Must have a little something on it.
A little something, a little pocket change, man.
I heard that.
But if it's it's a dollar more than what I had. Yes, Lord.
Well, got that kombucha.
I just chilled a little bit, man. That was it. Just took it slow, relaxed. And drunk me some gin, though, man, on the rocks.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Saturday.
I ain't do a whole lot of nothing. I had a lot of work to get done this weekend. Did get a chance to watch the fight Saturday night. Me and my wife had dinner. Other than that, man, just kicked it.
Yeah, my little boy Tanner birthday was last Tuesday, so we took him out Saturday to a little old some little old thing for kids, and he played him and his brother. So then we went out, took him out to eat after that, and came on back to the crib. So kind of chill yesterday with the wife. So man, that's about it. Just another day, you know what I mean? So we're gonna get into this thing, man. Free game. There's 8 cancers to avoid. Number 1 is complaining. Number 2 is gossiping. Number 3 is envying. Number 4 is comparing. Number 5 is consuming. Number 6 is doubting. Number 7 is fearing. And number 8 is hating. Those are 8 cancers to avoid. Free game from your boy T Weezy.
Appreciate that. That's good stuff, man.
We
All
up.
right.
We up.
So we're gonna hit this first topic. Why do women have a baby with a guy that doesn't take care of the kids he has, but she expects him to be different with her? Dude.
Man. Well, when I think about this, bro, I look at it like we all, in some shape, form, or fashion, we figure that, you know, we can be the one that change or make a difference, or they ain't gonna be like that with me, or they ain't gonna do this with me because I'm different. But the reality of it is, you gonna be the same way. You know, if he ain't taking care of his kid or kids, you're not gonna change him. And that should be a deterrence to a woman. You know, if a guy got kids and he not talking about them, or they dating, you and the lady, the chick dating or whatever, and he don't ever bring his kids up. He ain't say, well, okay, let's meet the kid's mother if we gonna continue to be something. I mean, that should be a deterrence anyway. A woman should, kind of X him out. But we see it in our culture. We see it in other cultures. We see this. This is a never-ending revolving door. But I always say, if a spade is a spade, if something is the way it is, it's the way it is. You can't change it. And people don't change. People don't do a lot of changing. So I just think some women just think they got that spark, that that deal to make him. Oh man, not with me. And when I get him, man,
Right.
he gonna do you the same way. You gonna have little Charlie and little Bobo too running around with snotty nose, wondering where they dad at. And then then you gonna be hurt, and then you gonna be bitter. But he done already showed you his hand. He didn't showed you what else what else you
That's
can
right.
do with it. And the last thing is, men and women, we gotta always remember we can't build our happiness on somebody else's pain. So if if that chick, that he got them kids by upset and he complaining about it, well, she upset for a reason, because he ain't taking care of his responsibility, and you ain't gonna change him. You gonna be just like her. So that's what I can say about that.
I agree with you, John. I think most women think they're gonna change that guy, but shit, if he ain't changed for his first old lady, he ain't gonna change for her. So, it's up to him to do it. But a lot of them think they call it cool though now, man. They know what they expect, but they know they ain't gonna get it out of him though. But they feel like, well, I took it from her, so you know that's what it is. But at the same time, you gonna get nothing from him. So, you got to raise the kid by yourself.
Cold world.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one. I remember, when this topic was kind of thrown out there, I was trying my best to figure out a way to approach this, and uh,
Raw,
I
real, and uncut.
do my best to try to get both sides, man. So I have to look at it like this: from a woman's standpoint, do they always know what they're getting themselves into? Probably not. From a guy's standpoint, you may not know what you're getting yourself into, but you know you're the producer in a sense. Without you, there's no baby coming. And so I think a woman has to really be particular about, you know, what she does, how she does, and who she does it with. And a man has to just realize, man, at any given time, this usually would be the outcome if I'm out there living on the edge and swimming with no floaties on. This is the possibility, and so if that's the case, I would tell any man, don't jump into that boat and carry that act out if you don't feel like you're gonna be responsible. And to those who do this and aren't responsible, like why not? To me, that makes you less of a man to me if you're gonna sit up here and can't take care of your responsibilities, whether it's something that just happened, whether you did it was purposely. There's no excuse to not take care and give your all to your responsibility. If not, there's actions you can take if to not do it. I don't condone that, but at the same time, man, be a man. It's time we got to step up. And the women, you can't get mad if you end up pregnant and he's like that because you took that chance and you laid down with him. You was with it at the time, and then again, there's responsibilities that come along with it. So don't necessarily just dog that man out. Um, Especially if you had idea of what his tendencies were, what if he already had kids and you saw what he wasn't doing with his kids, or don't get mad at that man like that. You honor the kid that you have and do your best, and do your best to try to communicate with that man so that um he can be responsible. But again, that's not taking that responsibility away from him. He has to be responsible no matter what. Whether you acting a fool, whether you don't want to let him see it, whatever, you got to take that responsibility as a man. Because I mean, it's past the time where we see these kids, the daddy over there hanging out, and mom just sitting around complaining to her girlfriends and whomever, like he ain't doing that, he ain't doing that. That no, man, we as a black culture, as black people, we need to change the narrative and you go about it. And if you're gonna go out there and get with it, you handle your business as well. That's all I got to say.
All right. Well, I agree with all of you fellas what y'all said. You know, a leopard doesn't change his spots. So, I see a lot of these women that, and it's not, we try to bring something for the men and the women. So, this is a topic that we can kind of give some of the women some game. You know, I feel like you have to value yourself as a woman. Um, you are very important. You bring life into this world, and I feel like a lot of women just don't understand their value. Maybe it's the times we live in, maybe the music we listening to, uh, but I don't see that value there. Also, maybe for you to see this man who might have two or three baby daddies, and then here you go and lay with him and have one with him, it's got to be something wrong in the mind, because like I said, a leopard doesn't change his spots, meaning that he gonna keep doing what he doing. He like wherever Papa laid his hat, that's his home. You know what I mean? And a real woman out here, she doesn't want that. So it's a lot of times we see women, they wait till they get in their 30s, maybe 40s. Now they can look back on it and now they get themselves together. Well, we right here now trying to give you this game to say, I shouldn't have to wait till then. We should know that right now. So also I've heard that a lot of black men are being incarcerated. So maybe there's a shortage on available men. Um, you got a lot of brothers that's out here, um, you know, down low and doing other stuff that women don't want. So maybe the women feel like, well, man, I got uh, a piece of man. Like Betty Wright said, a piece of man is better than no man. So, maybe they feel like that. So it's all kind of factors that come into it. But at the end of the day, look and see that history of that man. And if he got other kids he's not taking care of, 9 times out of 10, your WAP is not gonna get it.
Talk.
None of that's gonna get it. Top, none of that. It ain't gonna get it. He gonna do what he do. Then you gonna be there with the baby, probably putting the Negro in jail because he won't even pay $200 on child support. Let's,
And G, she gonna be
Hey
doing
man.
12s, man. She gonna be doing 12 too.
yeah,
So
24.
would would you say this is still an ongoing problem that's happening? You see this
Without a
more than,
doubt.
yeah. And
Yeah,
I honestly, I think it has to be some responsibility with the woman as well. Because you
right.
have a choice. You have a choice not to lay down with that man, and the guy has the responsibility. Like, look, man,
Yeah.
take care of your kid, take care of your seed, whatever they are, because they need you. But at the same time, the woman do have part of responsibility, and it's unfortunate that
The,
this is
the,
happening the way it is.
but the woman holds the key.
Woman holds the
You
key.
know, we can't do nothing without the permission of that woman.
I
So,
think I think too a lot of sweet talking, man. A guy sweet talker. And maybe too, they both probably been lonely for a while too, man. So they both in the moment, heated, hotted. They ain't thinking. They just reacting right now. You know.
man, it's real out here.
Fire and desire, huh?
That's it, man. Rick James.
But it go on every day, you
Yeah.
know. But you are listening to the Sip Slow podcast. We saw last week where it was a black restaurant. Some girls was in there twerking. It's supposed to be kind of more of kind of a upscale, restaurant. I would say maybe like I don't know if it's like a turkey hut. I mean, turkey leg hut. Um, maybe Phil and Derek, something like that. You know, that we have down here. This happened up in Dallas. So the owner came out and cussed the ladies out for twerking. So do y'all think he was wrong?
Um, I think you could have talked to him though, man, instead of cussing him out. Was they working there or they just there to eat?
They was customers.
Oh, well, I mean, he could have just talked to him and have him move. I wouldn't have cussed him out. You know, me,
Uh,
huh?
no, go ahead.
No, I just said I would have probably talked to him and see. I wouldn't have cussed at him or nothing. That's
Well, I
all.
think maybe his delivery was a little harsh. Uh, by the way, I'm sure that y'all can type that in YouTube if y'all haven't seen that video. I know you can, and y'all can pull it up. But maybe his delivery was harsh, but he was saying that, hey, I built an establishment uh, for us to come as for the culture, and that he tried to tell men that they need to act right and treat the women right. So he was like, hey, women, y'all need to do the same thing while y'all in here twerking. So I agree with him. And furthermore, y'all ain't up there twerking in the other establishments.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't in Steak 48 and up in there twerking and Eddie V's and all that. Y'all ain't up in there doing all that. Y'all gonna get in there and sit your ass down.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the music was getting to him and that drink. Who knows? But no, man. Honestly, for you gotta. I give hats off to the man first of all for even approaching the group. I mean, he's taking time, sweat, effort to establish his restaurant, no matter how popular it is or not. I mean, it's his restaurant, and that's disrespectful in a sense when somebody's in there eating. I mean, it's not like it was a sports bar. It wasn't like it was a cigar lounge or outdoor party. It was a restaurant where people come bring their kids, eat and stuff in there. So I agree completely with him. I think the way he was cussing wasn't necessarily calling them directly to them. He was talking in general and probably was just upset, man. He got an image to uphold. Look, when you leave, you ain't got to worry about people talking about what went on in there. He has to worry about that. You just gonna
Right.
go on and keep on, dealing with what you do. So I think he was right, completely right for that. And honestly, again, it's part of responsibility and growing up, and you know better.
Yeah.
Don't do
Right.
that in no restaurant. Save it. If nothing else, wait till maybe they have like live music or something that after a certain hour, then you welcome to do that, but not in a restaurant, not while you're eating. Although, if I get the chance to see it, I'm not gonna turn my eye and be like, oh, but at the same time, I'm gonna be like, damn, you know what? That's very disrespectful. You doing
Did
that
you
while we sitting here eating.
did you see the video with him twerking?
Yeah, I saw it. I listened to him. I listened to him twice because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss nothing. And he
Yeah,
was
that.
right. He was right for what he did.
Hey, if I
But
was,
I
there, I'm gonna get my
I, I
phone
wasn't
out though.
mad,
No.
I want to go to a place like that. I'm gonna get my phone out.
man.
Mostly he gonna get his phone
Uh, you gonna chuck some dollars, Kenfo?
I might talk a little bit though, man. But shit, I'm gonna be filming that mug.
Man, I look at it. I look at it from another angle. Now, not to go against the grain, I do agree with y'all on everything on what y'all saying on it being an establishment, blood, sweat, and tears. Him trying to have something nice for us, uh, and for his people, something with class, some elegance. I agree with all of that. I agree with all of that. He got to uphold an image, and he wants something nice. You can't knock a man for none of that. He's right, but I do believe that he was wetted up. He was on that wet. The way
out.
the way he acted, the way he talked, and he was like, "Y'all could get out of here and leave." All that. I think that made him almost look like them in a sense.
Hmm.
From everybody else that's in there eating. Now, of course, I could see they twerking, they cutting up. Boom. You the owner. Boom. You could voice your opinion. You could tell them, and then you could get your opinion across. They had to feel you. You walked over there and held an intelligent conversation with them and set them down. Not even made a scene. Hey, ladies. I'm Bill. I'm the owner.
Mm-hmm.
And said what you said with some sense, that would have been a lot more effective. Now, he did get his point across. I will agree. He did. But if I'm there looking at them twerking and I'm eating with my old lady, my wife, we having this beautiful dinner, this elegant dinner. Say it's an anniversary or something tonight. They get up and do that. I'ma just kind of ignore them. And then when he come to rectify the situation, he on 10 too. Then I'm gonna be a little bit more offended by him because he's the owner. He's the man that's supposed to fix the situation, not make it worse. So I think that he could have handled it a little bit different and got his point across. But he kind of made it about him and made a scene too. So two wrongs don't make a right. That's how I look at it.
He could have been a little bit more tactful, huh?
Right. Yeah, coming to hey ladies, let me talk to y'all.
Fair enough.
I'm the owner. I just want to tell, but I've established this business. This is something nice. This restaurant is for us, and we don't have much, but with all due respect, I'd rather y'all not twerk and dance. This is not what this is for. This is for families to sit down and enjoy themselves. It's something nice, and he said something like that. They'd have felt it. They didn't have no choice but to feel that. But all that, you could get out of here, leave, and all that. Yeah, and leave. I don't need you. Now I don't want you, and all that. Come on, bro. Now some of the other people might look at you, but he thought I'm gonna leave too. I'm not gonna come back here because he gonna cut up too. So that's just how I look at it. Go ahead, T.
They say that was his second time coming over there, so maybe he was a little heated. But I was on Twitter and they was talking about this, and allegedly, I don't know how true this is, they claimed the song was Throw That Ass in a Circle that they was playing. And I don't know how true that is. But I mean, can you blame them if you shouldn't even be playing that in no type of establishment like that?
Okay,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, right.
There you go.
That's allegedly now, but that's what I heard on the street that they was playing Throw That Ass in a Circle. Well,
that's hypnotic to a lot of the women, man. You hear it, what?
Right.
Yeah, she threw it.
See,
hey, man.
When I think of some elegant, some nice, something romantic, a nice restaurant, it's normally like something light playing, some jazz. You setting the ambiance. The lights are dim. You ain't playing no throw it in a circle, pop it, drop it low, and all that. Nah, bro. Come on, we black. What we gonna do? We're gonna turn this into Papa Do's on a Friday. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Papa Do's don't get down like that.
Hey, man, that one off of 610, dude.
610, man.
Wow.
What?
No. They do all that.
Summers.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
That one off of 610, it turned up. I'm gonna have to get y'all over here one Friday.
Man, what?
I always hit the one right there in Stafford.
Yeah,
you staying safe. That 610 is
mellow. 610 is hey, Summers.
Anything goes.
It's a party in now, fam.
We're gonna have to ease in that thing then.
Don't do it to yourself.
Too much, huh?
Oh man.
I done been up there one day from like 1 o'clock to like 7:30.
No.
Yes. Yes, Lord.
See.
It's heavy, fam. It's a party, fam.
We might have to ease it out, just us. Not no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time to move on.
Yeah. No doubt. Well, you all listening to the Sip Slow podcast. If you watching this video right now, hit the like button, comment. If you watch it on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe. Share it. So we see that Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and George W. Bush say that they would take the COVID test on camera to show that it's safe. So I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on that. And would you take the stimulus? I mean, would you take the vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine, in order to get your $1,500 stimulus check? You can answer both of those.
Doug.
Man, I first of all, I'm like from the show me state. Like if you gonna take the vaccine, I need to see it from the supplier, put in the syringe, and then add uh to the syringe so they can actually give you the shot in your arm. If not, I'm not. I mean, I'm still just not convinced, man. It's too quick. Everything is too fast right now. I don't believe it. They hadn't done enough tests. They hadn't had enough. I mean, what results have they presented to us as the public of tests that have come back okay? 30% of the people that take it are responding well. 40% of the people are responding well. Any of that, I hadn't heard any of those facts. I mean, maybe it's because I hadn't watched the news, but until I see some of that, I'm not getting and just throwing that as okay. It's safe to do it. Did Trump say it? He the president right
Nah,
now. I'm going off of what
Trump. He ain't down with that.
he the president right now. So I can't do no more than what my leader is showing right now. If he ain't gonna
Right.
take it, I ain't doing it. But no, man, it's I hope they get to a point to where they get this secure. I've messed around with some stocks of some of the companies that are actually doing the test, and based on the stocks and how they're going, I can't say that I'm 100% sold yet.
Okay.
Now,
What about?
as for trying to get it for the stimulus, I'm not gonna sell out like that. That stimulus is only $1,200. I can go hustle and make up half of that if I needed to immediately. So I'm not finna sell myself out just to get a stimulus check when I don't know exactly what's in this stuff or how safe it is for people to even take. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's just, to me, it's crazy. They want to get up there and say they're going to take it just to get some people to follow them. And so I still want to do it, man. To me, I just say it's crazy. But they know they got some people going to follow them and want to do it. And on the stimulus part, man, I wouldn't take it unless they got to show me 1.5, man. I'm not that Jerry McGraw, man. Show me the money. Yeah. Other than that, I'm just like Jason. I ain't doing it for no 12, man. That's nah.
So, like the $1 Million Man said, everybody's got a price.
Everybody got a price, man.
Yeah, I agree with y'all, and like and Dub took my thoughts almost to the T, almost verbatim. I want to see it. I want to because y'all could get up there and, for an example, presidents are supposed to be sworn in on the Holy Bible. Some of them are sworn in on the Masonic Bible. We
On the
don't.
Quran.
Yeah, we don't know. We looking at it like we think it's the Bible. So, I say I like to say this. Let me see it. And then if you pull it off and you really take the vaccine, that's still not gonna be enough. I love my daddy to death. He my pops. I rock with him 100% plus some. If he take it, I still ain't gonna take it. So I don't care if the president's daddy take it.
All right.
Or like the old folks say, they mammies take it. I'm not gonna take it. And as far as a stimulus check, that's something tactical. That's something they'll throw out there. They know people are in need. It's a hard time right now. People are suffering. It's Christmas time, it's holiday time, and yeah, they'll throw stuff out there. And first of the year, they know people are in need, so They'll try their little tactical thing, but you could keep your little money, man. 1,500, 20. I wouldn't take it for 2,500. Nah, you're not putting that poison in me, you know?
You sure
And
right.
and that's how I feel about it. So they could keep all their little stuff they trying to do. I seen to make a little humor out of it. I seen a meme. I think it was on IG or something. One of my homegirls sent it to me. She was like, the vaccine.
Mm.
And the dude that took the vaccine, if you look at him, he looked like Homer Simpson, man. I don't know if y'all seen that or not, but
I ain't saying it.
I was like, damn, if that vaccine doing boys like that, hey. But nah,
He looked like Smeagol, man, from Lord of the
yeah,
Rings.
man, I'm not taking that, dog. So I would tell people to use some wisdom. I'm not trying to knock nobody or trying to deter nobody from anything if they in need, but man, I would definitely give some plasma out or something, do something else to get some money versus taking that, man. So do a little extra or something, do something, do a little hustle if you really in need. And I'm not trying to cap on them, but because I know it's some unfortunate people, and some people are gonna take it just off of that. But if they do that, but man, don't take that shot, man. Don't take that shot. It's not been proven. It's not proven. So
Do do y'all know the recovery rate on this COVID-19?
it
No.
ain't.
I think it's about like 98%. So
I'm probably close to that, if nothing else. I would say
right.
it's close to it.
So I mean, I don't. I mean that speaks for itself right there. So anyway, with these presidents, uh, man, I'm gonna keep that same energy I had with the athletes. I I don't care about y'all taking no vaccine. You know, y'all ain't no uh, people in science or nothing like that. So, and people would be crazy to believe that whatever they gonna get, it's the same thing the civilians are gonna get. I mean, you'd be out your mind to think that they might just be getting some saline shot up in
Hmm.
them, you know. And then the money tip for the stimulus, man, it was a former congressman had proposed that, like, well, hey, what about we give out some money, you take the vaccine. Uh, he was on CNN when he mentioned that. If y'all want to pull that up, you know that would get a lot of people because people will do worse things for less money. You know what I mean? So uh, we gotta be mindful that they really trying to push this vaccine, uh, and people getting paid. Dub said he went and took the COVID test, and they hitting you for 100, 150, 200. So people getting money out of this situation.
Money
I
Yeah,
flow.
saw I saw where like some of the richest people in the world had made billions since the COVID-19 stuff popped up, the pandemic, so to speak. Uh, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't take precautions. Wear your mask, try to stay away from people because even in a fake movie, real people do die. You feel me?
Hmm.
So just be mindful. If you got a recovery rate of 98% on a pandemic, is it really a pandemic?
huh.
So,
Man, you know something real quick, man. One thing I did happened to see last week, there was this brother that was talking about Congress is trying to pass some bill or some law to where schools can give your kids that vaccine without you even knowing. And
Up,
so, huh?
I think up in New York, the kids can make their own decision.
Yeah, but this is like even kids as low as like elementary and all. They can give that stuff and don't even have to tell you. So, just be mindful of something. I mean, it almost go back to like what we talked about earlier with the the baby situation and the dads that's not taken care of, or just a woman and a man as well respecting who they are as a person, man. You don't want nothing. Your body is your temple, right? You don't want nothing in there that you're not 100% sure about. And I'm not saying that this stuff is not something that's maybe needed. I'm just not confident in the results yet from the trials. I've heard more negative from the trials than I have negative from the recovery rate of the COVID. So, just keep that in mind. Like you said, just be precautious as you can. Think these times are changing, man. This world is I believe in God. This world is controlled by some dirty people, some crazy
Mhm.
thinking people, and it's all about money. So just keep that in mind in all your actions, not just this vaccine, in all your actions going forward.
So, would you consider the flu shot a vaccine?
I've never had the flu shot. I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, people get the flu shots for years, but the
They
flu
still get the
still
flu.
comes around
Mhm. Yeah.
every year. So, how is this shot gonna just stop everything? So, but on the flip side, let's keep it real. They do. You don't hear about measles and the smallpox and that type of stuff either. So, but you got to do what's best for you and and your family and what you think. So, uh, you are listening to the Sip Slow podcast. Uh, the NBA will not test for marijuana this season. Uh, I find that interesting. Uh, I feel like that's the right thing to do. I feel that with so many states legalizing recreational use of marijuana, uh, it's not right to, you got players living in some of those states. They should be able to follow the same rules as everybody else. But I know that, you if your employer doesn't want you to do that, you can't. But I'm sure the NBA know there's a whole lot of players that probably smoke weed. And these drug testing, I don't think it's as strict as you think. I think a lot of times it's set dates that they know they're gonna get tested. They can do whatever they gotta do to pass and then go back to doing what they was doing. So uh I wouldn't be surprised if uh some of the other leagues do that also. Plus they claim it helps with pain and when you playing 82 games or the body aching, so that might be something to help the players out also.
My thoughts are
J-
this: it's more people out there that smoke on a normal basis that live in states where it's legalized. I don't understand how you can live in a state that's legalized, but there's a certain rule that you can't smoke marijuana or whatever the case may be. Now, I know there are probably a bunch of players who smoke, and the NBA deciding to not do this, I think, as crazy as it may sound, it may allow the players to play a little bit more freer. Now, what I think it could hurt on their side is if you are getting high like that and you happen to go out there and have some inconsistent games on a regular basis, then it's gonna hurt your pocket. So I think, maybe you look at it as, okay, how am I gonna treat this? Am I gonna I appreciate the opportunity to be able to if I want, but is it gonna hurt my game? And when they know for a fact they're not testing, you're gonna probably see some decline in some of these players who do smoke on a regular basis, and that's gonna hurt them in the long term in their pockets. So I that's kind of just my thing. I don't disagree with it. I don't not agree with it either. So I'll just leave it at that.
Jay?
Um, I think it's just something the NBA know that they got a lot of players that get hot, so you know they just want to cover it up. It's all about money too. So that's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. I didn't read the story like I should have, but I would assume it has something to do with COVID-19 and being around people trying to test. I would assume that's just assumption, probably why they
Yeah,
uh, stopped it. So with all of y'all playing sports, and I've never been a smoker, so I don't know about y'all, but could y'all play, you know, high? Would that make your game better? Because some people, they play better.
I think I think in my opinion, I couldn't play high because it relaxes you and all this stuff. I don't think I get out there and do it because you probably hurt somebody or hurt yourself. You feeling good already. You might go out there and see 3 goals.
Ah,
So I wouldn't do it.
Nah, nah, leave that alone. Yeah, that's you gonna be too relaxed, too, you know. Nah, I ain't with that. leave that smoke alone, man. And you got
Yeah,
some people that can function, and it may not bother them, but yeah, everybody body ain't the same.
what's that
But nah,
noise?
I definitely wouldn't be blowing, and I had a game.
You opening the can over there? What you doing?
Nah, nah, I ain't doing nothing.
Oh,
Literally,
well,
I'm in the I'm in the closet. I ain't even moving, Holmes.
well, we saw that the Rockets traded Russell Westbrook for John Wall. Uh, Jay, man, what you think about that?
um, I think it's probably even trade. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna get from Wall. Because he ain't played in 2 years, so he coming off a good injury. So just gotta wait and see the season start, how it's gonna work out. You know, but then you do well. I'm gonna take it back. Wall is a better shooter than Westbrook, so you got a little bit better because Westbrook ain't got no jumper. He attacked the rim, and Wall could do both. So we just have to wait to see how the season, how it look for him.
Uh, well, you got Wall reuniting with DeMarcus Cousins from their days at Kentucky. Um, Wall for Westbrook. If the man didn't want to be there, I guess Wall kind of, a good option. But like you say, he ain't played in 2 years, so who's to say that, you get half the season out of him? So it's risky. Uh, I don't know. They did get a first round pick out of it, but I think it's kind of like you said, a even swap, pretty much. So I think I saw read where James Harden would rather play with Wall than Westbrook. So maybe they trying to do something to, make Harden happy. Duke.
Yeah, I think it's a good trade. Uh, I think Wall a better all around baller than Westbrook to me. I mean, when you break that game down, you know. I think Wall's a lot more of a team player, and he ain't as hot headed. He even headed. He ain't as hot headed as Westbrook. Plus, I think they're gonna get a bid on the first round pick too, if I'm not mistaken. So that right there, as far as when you look at those two situations and what you just mentioned, Westbrook bitter and mad and wanna go. He wanna be the head of a team. That's really what he want. He want the team to be on him and he run everything and everything go through him. So he can't do that with Harden. It's Harden the man. So yeah, with all of that said, I think it was a good trade. Going on, get rid of him, bring Wall in, try to rebuild. Wall is more of a team player. He's more coachable. He may even fit with uh Harden now. Plus he can shoot that thing a little bit. So I
All
feel
right.
I feel like, I feel like they were smart for that.
Uh, I'm gonna go against the grain a little bit here. uh, First of all, I'm not really sure on the real big benefit in getting rid of Westbrook, aside from maybe him and Harden not getting along. Because even though if Westbrook is not that shooter, Harden's gonna make up for it one way or the other. That's not an issue. But what I do look at is Wall has never been to the same places that Westbrook has been. So you still with Westbrook on the team, you still have an added value to that team opposed to Wall. Westbrook, you know exactly what Westbrook's gonna give you every night. Now sometimes he does a little bit more than he needs to, and then you be like, man, you fucking up. But at the same time, he gonna give it. Whereas Wall, one, he's been injury prone. He hadn't played really on a winning team or with a dominant player outside of Beal. But when Beal kind of stepped up, he was injured shortly after that. And so I don't know how he's gonna fit, being number two when he was number one in Washington for a while before Bill got there. So I don't know. It's interesting to me, man. And then you got to look at a lot of the off the court stuff too. Not saying Westbrook was a perfect person, but at the same time, we know what Wall we've seen Wall out. We've seen Wall reference the gang stuff. We've seen all that.
Right.
How much is that going to play into his focus on trying to help Houston win a championship? Because Houston is a little different. Well, I mean, it may not be as different in DC, but here in the South, and we all know how
Right.
the South is. When you come down here, some people just can't make it. So it's y'all saw how Harden did a few years back during playoffs. He was stuck out there in them clubs, man. He couldn't let it go.
Right.
That's my thing. And I'm just looking at it. Neither one of them. Again, I'm not a Rockets fan. I'm not a Wall fan. I'm not a Westbrook fan. But that's just my outside view looking in.
Okay. Well, you are listening to the Sip Slow podcast. So, uh, Thug, man, what's the surprising things for the week?
Uh, Once again, man, it was some interesting games out there. But honestly, I don't know if any of y'all been watching college basketball, but my surprise
Oh,
team, man, is Kentucky.
okay.
Here's why I say that Kentucky has actually started out with a losing record. And when have you heard that Kentucky men's basketball team, with all the talent that they get over there, they just started out with a losing record. And then my second surprising team is that Coastal Carolina football team, college. I don't know what them cats doing over there, but they have made their name amongst the national championship. I mean, amongst the standings, national standings, and they killing the game, man, right now.
Already.
And last, definitely not least, we took a flight out to California, man. Play the Los Angeles Chargers in their new stadium in their home field with the great Justin Hebert, who I guess the great white hope, maybe. And we smacked them, man. Cam did his thing. Patriots prevailed. Your boy was happy. And I will leave it at that. Floor is y'all's.
This week, I'm going to say, and I pulled back, and I'm glad I did, because the Titans kind of upset me. But I'm going to say the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is balling, and I didn't have them initially. I didn't have them making the playoffs this year, and I've been having to put my foot in my mouth. The Titans, on the other hand, division leader, a powerhouse, been playing good ball, been doing their thing. But Cleveland embarrassed them, dominated them, made them look like a weak team. So, told my boy, I'll do this. You know, I gotta eat my words and gotta keep it real. The Cleveland Browns. That's which they survived.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the G-Man. Going up with Seattle, man. They went in there, their defense dominated. So I'm going with the New York Giants. Upsetting the Seahawks.
All right. Well, I'll run through it real quick, man. I had Coastal Carolina beating BYU, staying undefeated, 22-17. I had Rice Owls, beating the number 21 team in the country, Marshall, 20-0. I also had Pats beating the Chargers 45-0. Like Jay said, the G-Men. They beat Seahawks 17-12 on the road, man. That's a big win right there.
I had to call my buddy this morning, man. He worked for the Giants, man. I was like, did y'all really win that game?
Man, I was so shocked. And piggyback on Duke, man. Browns beating the Titans 41-35 on the road, and it really was not that close. Browns came out and laid the smackdown, so to speak. Do y'all get tired of watching football? You know, by the time Sunday comes.
Sometimes, I like yesterday, my uncle, he was like, "Man, you checking out the Chiefs game and the Broncos, your boys?" And I was like, "Man, I'm watching something else, but let me turn it on," because it was 3-3 at the time when he told me that. And I was like, "Man, I forgot about the late game. Let me turn it on and check it out." And yeah, man, sometimes I be footballed out, bro. So I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. Because especially if you're a college football fan, you know it's 11 o'clock, man. It's like 5 games running, you know, and 2:30, another 5 running, you know, 6. It's another 3 or 4 going, man. 9 o'clock, his game's going, and by the time it gets to Sunday, if it's not just a big time matchup, yeah, I kind of get a little fatigued, man. And it seemed like that college game bring a little more excitement to it anyway. But won't be too long before playoffs get going and that intensity start to ratchet up some. So I just getting y'all thoughts on that. What you think, Jay?
Yeah, I think it ain't just since it's COVID, man. The NFL ain't the same. So to me, I really don't. I may watch 1 or 2 games and that's it. It just seemed different now with no fans in the stand and all the stuff going on. So, you know,
For sure.
Man, I didn't changed over. I got a new cable provider. One, I got my bill under control, and I get every channel there is. So I can watch about 12 different football games on Saturday, and I can watch every football game on Sunday, and then any channels I want to see. So through I pay about $45 a month. So just there, quick little plug, let y'all know. But anyway, no,
Need to put us on game.
I can do that, man. You let me know. I'll send you a quick little 72 trial period if you want to check it out, man. They even got adult channels on there. They don't miss nobody. But anyway, man, no, I get what you're saying, man. Sometimes these games, especially when teams aren't playing anybody, like why would you waste your time watching that? And then college football has always been the stellar game to me. College football, college basketball, because they fighting for something. I don't care if it's D1, 2, or 3. They all trying to get there. And so every now and then you'll see a few teams in the NFL you just want to see. I'll watch my Patriots. I'll watch the Steelers. I like Deshaun Watson. I'll watch the Texans just to watch and see what he's going to do, or just to watch to see what Cam's going to, and how the Steelers are going to continue to, do what they're doing. So that's the reasons why I would watch a game, but I still have yet to watch a whole game, college or NFL, this season so far.
Already. Well, man, we come to that time, man. What did you learn today, dude?
Man, T, I'm gonna take a bite out of your pie, bro. You gave that nice little free game, breaking down them cancers, and we know any type of cancer is toxic. And
Come on.
I think one of yours was Dowden.
Mm-hmm.
I think you had Dowden in there, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
That stuck out to me. Two of them stuck out. Dowden. Don't doubt yourself. I always remember where there's a will, there's a way. And the second one was, and the last one, which is I think vital, the hating.
Yes.
Stop the hating, man. Stop with the hating. Stop the madness. Us as a people, us as a culture, individually, jealousy and hatred. You can't win that way. So if you doubting and you hating, you setting yourself up for failure, man.
For sure.
That's a double negative. You doubting yourself and you hating on somebody that ain't doubting. So, and that's an oxymoron too. So that's what I learned today.
Already.
I learned that it was disrespectful for them girls to be in that restaurant twerking, man.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Man, I saw the video and I understand, okay. Okay. That's what we doing. Hey. But if they throwing that ass in a circle,
yeah,
I can't blame them.
May have to watch the video after this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
But on the video you can't hear the music, but you can see the twerking.
Oh, okay.
No,
check it out.
The throw that ass in a circle video.
You can see that. Oh. I got you.
Hey, I only saw when the dude came in. I didn't see. I saw that part. See, that's what I caught. I just caught him. I knew what they were doing, but I just caught him coming in and being thrown. So I'm gonna have to check it out.
Go to YouTube, man,
And
and put it in. Yeah, they show it twerking.
if they was going in a circle, then that song probably was on. Then that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna shut up.
All right, Dub.
I mean, I'm a piggyback off Mo, man. If you gonna go to the restaurant and twerk, make sure you don't have too much glitter on.
Might be everywhere, huh? All right. Well, what I learned today is that I don't think Dub or Duke watched no football yesterday. I don't think y'all watched none. I think y'all freestyled the surprising teams tonight, but
Uh,
that's what
my,
I
my
learned.
my team was surprising. We went to San Diego and won.
Nah,
Huh?
I gotta go against that. I watched that Browns game. I sit down and watched that game, and the
I
Browns
think.
like you said, it got close at the end, but it was ugly. They had them like
Yeah.
30 something to at one point, like 30 something to 7, 31 to 7, if I may be right. But I sat and watched that game. I actually was texting my other partner the whole time and talking with him during the game. But I watched that game. That was one game that I watched entirely yesterday. And I didn't expect them to beat the Titans. I thought the Titans was gonna run through them, man. So
Yeah.
they surprised me.
That was surprising, man.
I ain't
As
watched no games.
I was right on one
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, he
I was
thought,
right on one then.
yeah, you 50-50 twins.
Right. Man, you know, we tonight had a little time conflict, man, so we had to kind of get a little quick show in. But we all here and we gave y'all another episode. So like I say, every Tuesday, we drop the audio. Uh, and hopefully every Monday we'll be recording live right here on the Sipsto Podcast Facebook page. Also, like the video. Uh, like I said, you can even leave messages on it, and you got something you want us to speak on, we can. Uh, like the Sipsto Podcast Facebook page, the YouTube page. We'll post this on YouTube if you like to watch it over there also. And follow us on IG. Uh, Dub.
Man, again, I appreciate this time and talking with you fellas, bringing a different perspective to things that are valuable topics worth talking about. And my hope is that individuals will tune in and actually get involved and listen, because everybody's going through something, everybody's dealing with something, and we hope that we're touching on some of those subjects that you may be dealing with. If not, let us know so that we can address those the best we can. Again, these are our opinions, but just like any news you get, you follow it up, you do your own research, you do your own studies, you talk to somebody if you have to, and you figure it out, so that we can be a better people. That's essentially what the goal is for this. And like I say, I enjoyed it. I'm sorry we had to cut it a little shorter than we normally do, but things are going well, and just want to make sure that we meet the needs to the listener. So thank
Yes,
y'all.
sir. Mo, Duke.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm rocking with the sip slow.
Already. Already, man. Man, we definitely appreciate everybody, man. We got views on our last show last week. We appreciate y'all checking us out, checking the video out. Um, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with us. We greatly appreciate that. And as always, man, we gonna sip slow and we gonna live fast.